वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा या कुन्देन्दुतुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्करप्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः हरि ओम नारायण हरि नारायण
हरि नारायण
नारायण हरि नारायण नारायण
श्रीमन्नारायण
नारायण श्रीमन्नारायण
नारायण श्रीमन्नारायण
नारायण श्रीमन्नारायण
नारायण श्रीमन्नारायण
हरिनारायण
हरिनारायण
लक्ष्मीनारायण
लक्ष्मीनारायण
श्रीमन्नारायण
श्रीमन्नारायण
हरिनारायण लक्ष्मीनारायण श्रीमन्नारायण हरिनारायण 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 वैकुंठ नारायण भगवान की जय। Before we continue, let me call on Rajanji to say a few words of welcome to all of you, and then we'll continue. We're so glad to be in this temple tonight once more.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Salutations to my Guru, Sri Swami Satchidananda Ji, founder of the Divine Life Society, Trinidad and Tobago. Swami Prakashananda Ji, salutations to you and most humbly welcome to you and your members of your Chinmaya mission. On behalf of the executive and the members of the Divine Life Society, once again, give us immense pleasure to host Swamiji and your members here with us. You have bring renewed blessings to our mandir whenever you visit us. And we always welcome a visit from you here at our temple. One thing that I remember is that Divine Life Society and the Chinmaya mission, they are sisters. Swami Chinmayana was first initiated by our guru from Divine Life Society, Swami Shivganga. And here in Trinidad, we must learn to honor that bond between the two faculties, the Divine Life Society and the Chinmaya mission. We are one and the same. We are not different. In our philosophies and our teachings, it's the same. And there comes a time when a sister might be in problems and we have to reach out to the other sister for help. And I think Divine Life Society is at that point where we would be reaching out to ask for some help. So I would appreciate the membership of the Chinmaya mission to visit with us at any point in time and to give us any ideas through Swamiji as to how they can help us to revive what was once a great Divine Life Society. For those of you who would remember, it was the Divine Life Society through the works of Swami Satchidananda Ji, who was the one who was responsible for all the Hawan books and the Bhajan books and the Sandhya books and the teachings of the family and the family units to be able to do their and to uplift themselves spiritually. So with this, Swamiji, I know that we appreciate your presence. Thank you very much, and may Bhagwan continue to shower his blessings.
Thank you. Piano mic. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. सब गाएंगे. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. रामचंद्र की जय, वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। She shares Gangadhara. And last night we had satsang in Paje Sai Center. Tonight we are having here, and tomorrow we'll have in Corinth. And on the last day we'll have down in Patiram Chase. So I missed out on Temple Village. The second night we had in Temple Village in Verdant Vale. And we've been coming like that. So here we are in our fourth night of satsang. And we have 5 nights total. We are seeing Shiva Panchakshara Stotram. It's a stuti written by the great Vamadev Rishi. Vamadev Rishi used to be in the court of King Janakji Maharaj. He was a rishi close to King Janak, the father of Sita. And he wrote this Shiva Panchakshara Stotram on the 5 syllables of the famous mantra which you all know. The mantra is Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. So those are 5 syllables in that mantra. Om we just add at the beginning, but the mantra is 5 syllables. Namah Shivaya. Shivaya. So on each one of those letters, or each one of those syllables, he has written a verse. So we end up with 5 verses in this very, very famous stuti, stotram. So now we'll chant this stuti tonight, again, like we have been chanting every night. And then we'll see, today is the 4th verse. 3 verses you are missed out, because you were not moving with the satsang. So today's verse we'll see. Okay. Now we'll chant. Those of you who have copies, please join along. And those of you who don't, Om Namah Shivaya, everybody can join. Nagendraharaya Trilochanaya Bhasmangaraya Maheshwaraya Nityaya Shudhaya Digambaraya Tasmai Nakaraya Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Chandana Charchitaya Nandishwara Pramachanath Maheshwaraya Mandara Pushpa Bahu Pushpa Supujitaya Tasmai Makaraya Namah Shivaya Om 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 Namah Shivaya Shivaya Gauri Bhajanabhya Aksharamidam punyam yapatet Shivasannidhau Shivalokam Shivena sahamodate. That is jingle at the end. Okay. So in Sanskrit language, all letters also have meanings, huh? Unlike English language. Like for example, A in English. What is the meaning? A has no meaning, isn't it? In Sanskrit, every letter has meaning, is different language. So now, Vamadev Rishi has put together this stuti, and in each stage, he does reference to one of the letters. So in last night, the letter sh, the shi, sha plus e, there. That shi, which I didn't tell last night, and good, those of you who were not there, you will get it from last night's verse. So that shi represents strength of bond, vehemence in union, like that. Strength of bond. Like for example, I'll tell you what it represents from a very practical standpoint. You know, the sun is there and the earth is circling around the sun along with 8 other planets, right? They're going around like that. Or in an atom you have electrons going around. Now look here. If that earth or those electrons just shift, or that union which is there, sticking together, if just shifts a little bit by 2 degrees or something, if our earth shifts like that, Ram Nam Satya hai. Waterloo will not have enough place. Yeah. So that vehemence in that union, staying together, is represented by that shi in the universe, that principle in the universe. If that principle is not there, things fall apart. Imagine you're walking down the road in a yatra and you're going, your head fall out. Eh? The head stays, it doesn't fall apart. Things do not fall apart like that, suddenly. Eh? Then they will wonder why my head fell apart. So vehemence in union represented by shi, a principle which is, see how the Rishi is taught about every single principle of this universe. How important is that thing? You're driving down the road and your car falls apart. Then you end up with a Flintstone car. When you want brakes, you'll have to put your foot on the road because the brakes fell out. So everything sticks together. Whatever we put there, it holds together. That holding principle in the universe, which causes things not to fall apart. That is shi. So now today's mantra, today's verse, this Lord Shiva is described as Vasishta Kumbodbhava Gautamarya Munindra Devar Chitarikharaya. That is all, that is one word. Vasishta Kumbodbhava Gautamarya Munindra Devar Chitashekaraya. Line ends. The word ends. In Sanskrit, there is something called compounds. You can join up about 20 words to make a compound. Long word like this. You finish in the next page, if you want. So this is one long compound. He's called as Shekhara. Shekhara. Lord Shiva is called as Shekhara. And that is the last word in the compound. And that Shekhara, he says, Vasishta Kumbod Bhava Gautamarya Munindra Devarchita. He's Archita. Archita means worshipped. Worshipped, glorified by Vasishta, a great sage Vasishta. He is worshipped by Kumbod Bhava. Kumbod Bhava means Agastya Muni. He was born in a jar, pot, big jar like that. Worshipped by Gautam Arya. Gautam Arya means the great and noble Gautama. Arya means noble. Noble. So he is worshipped by Gautama, great noble Gautama. Then Munindra, all the great rishis, great munis. He is worshipped by them. And Deva Archita, Deva. He is worshipped by all the Devas. All the Devas also go to Bhagavan Shiva and they make supplications. Everybody, any Devas, Asuras, everybody. Lord Ravan went there and offered head by head. He was cutting off one head by one head to offer to Lord Shiva. So Devas, Asuras, everybody, they all worship Bhagavan Shiva. That is that line. Then Chandrarka Vaishva Naralochanaya. That one whose eyes is Chandra, Arka and Vaishwanara. Because he has three eyes. One eye is sun, moon, one eye is sun, and one eye is fire. The third eye is fire only. That's why if he opens that third eye, it burns down anything in sight, literally. Third eye, if it opens, it is said that Brahmaji, when he had opened his third eye to burn that Kamadev, Brahmaji caught that fire because, look here, when fire burns like that, if there is more fuel, it will keep burning, it doesn't out like that. So Brahmaji caught that fire and took it and put it under the ocean. So now also in some places under the ocean, there are volcanoes. Under the ocean has volcanoes. This box have a volcano too. That's fire in the third eye of Lord Shiva. So three eyes of Lord Shiva, I told you previously that it will come Trilochanaya in the first line was Trilochanaya. And here it is, the Stuti itself tells what those three eyes are. One is called as moon, one is called as sun, and one is called as fire. So you see, at the same time, while Lord Shiva can burn down things, the sun does what? The sun brings energy to. The sun doesn't burn down anything. It is fire that burns down everything, isn't it? The sun is far enough to bring nice warmth and bring energy to the plants, bring food for all of us, right? So one of Lord Shiva's eye is the eye of destruction, that is fire eye. The eye of destruction. Fire destroys everything. That's why we have cremation. Because the fire is meant to destroy, to take apart the body, turn it into ashes. So one eye is the eye of destruction. Now I want to tell you a little bit about this before we continue. When we speak about destruction in Vedanta, in our Vedas, we do not mean to annihilate or to obliterate without a trace. Not like that, One Mexican magician, he came on the stage and he said, on the count of 3, I will disappear. On the count of 3, I will disappear. And he counted, 1, 2, and he disappeared without a trace. Anyway, when we talk about destruction, we do not mean to say that a thing gets totally eradicated without a trace. We mean to say that the thing has just gone from a state of manifestation to a state of unmanifest. It has gone from manifest to unmanifest. That is all. So when we say Lord Shiva is the destroyer, the better word is the dissolver. He dissolves the universe. So that's when he uses that third eye, that eye of fire, to dissolve all things in the world. And one eye is sun. Sun is also called as Pushan, Pushan. Poshayati, he nourishes. The sun nourishes the whole earth. All see, first of all, the sun nourishes plants, and because we cannot catch sunlight directly, so the plants catch the sunlight, and then they make food, and then we eat them. So that's how we get sunlight. Our body is full of sunlight, in the form of energy, but we get it from the sun. So that one eye is that sun which nourishes all of humanity. One eye of Lord Shiva. And it means a nourishing aspect in the universe, which nourishes. So there's one where there is the constant dissolving of things in the universe, right? That's one principle which is there inherent in the universe. Things are being dissolved daily. We are all being dissolved also slowly. We are dissolved like sugar. We are being dissolved slowly, and eventually we will be totally dissolved. We're going to unmanifest. So that principle is inherent in the universe. Then the next one is the nourishing principle in the universe. Nourishing means, as the sun, one eye nourishes the whole world, all living creatures, plants, insects, because everybody eventually feed on plants. All creatures eventually feed on plants, and plants need the sun. So one eye is that. In Sanskrit, the root for that is push. Push means to nourish. Another name for sun is Pushan. One name is Arka. Sun has many names. Many names are there. Bhaskara, Surya. You all know all such names for Surya, for the sun. So, one of the eyes is the nourishing aspect. And that other first eye, which is given here, Chandra. Chandra is the cooling aspect. Cool. When this moon comes out in the night, everything becomes cool. And now, for that, why this one is given first, Look here. Our life has enough fire and all that thing. What we need is some cooling. I mean, have you heard in Trinidad language, we say people hot-headed. Have you heard that? Hot-headed. The head too hot. That's why people have to rub limacol. The mustak is too hot. So what we need is we have to calm down and cool our head. So that third eye represents that moon, which is the cooling, calming, Shanta Guna. Shanta Guna, that moon represents that. Then that sun represents, that is Sattvic Guna. Sun represents Rajasic Guna. Rajasic Guna. And the Guna of destruction is Tamasic only. Guna of destruction is Tamasic. It goes into the unknown. When the universe dissolves, it goes into the unknown. Unknown is ignorance. So the three gunas are represented by the three eyes also of Lord. Three gunas means Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. These are the three types of people we have in the world. Sattvic people, Rajasic people and Tamasic people. And Sattvic people, let me tell you the three types of people represented by the three eyes also. Moon, sun and fire. The first type is called Sattvic. Bright, alert, vigilant, calm, tranquil, peaceful, clear in thinking. That's called Sattvic. Creative. The second type is called Rajasic. Rajasic means moving up and down all day. Can't sit quietly. Workaholics. Moveaholics. That's why I see every night we stop. And we have satsang. You see? So those who are very, very active and can't sit quietly, can't stay without doing something. There are many people like that. You tell, sit down, take a little respite. No. Rajasic. And Tamasic, well, that is our favorite type. Everybody knows the Tamasic type, right? Lazy, slothful, slumberish, sleepy, drowsy, given to pramado, alasya, given to pramad all the time. That is called tamasic. So these are the three types of people. So these three eyes represent these three types also. And if you see that, really the moon is for cooling, calming, as sattvic. The sun is for activity, because once the sun comes out, activity starts or not? When the moment the sun comes out in the morning, before it comes even, the birds start. All the animals start. And then the human, well, we start before. We start at 4. From here tomorrow morning, 4 o'clock we'll start. And we are up by 2. So we are a little bit ahead of the sun. But the sun represents this rajasic aspect, get activity going. Frenzied activity. And the last one, tamasic, is destructive in nature. Dissolving, sending into the unknown, sending into great unmanifest. Tamasic aspect. So, 3 eyes, sun, moon, sun and fire also represent sattva, rajas and tamas. These are the 3 eyes of Lord Shiva. Then, in the beginning, it says, he is worshipped by all the great munis and sages and saints and all the gods also. That message for us, all of us in that, is we should live a life, all of us should live a life where we become worshipable, where we become an object of worship. In other words, we have to live a life in such a way that the society doesn't say, oh, look at smart man going there. You know Trinidad language? Where's the language? A smart man. Look at smart man going there. We should say, man, that man is a good man. Isn't it? That is reverence. That is worship. So, Lord Shiva has that quality. All the gods and all the great munis and all, they worship him. He is adorable. So, in other words, we should become adorable. And the message is that. And even all the munis who themselves are adorable, who themselves are worshipable, they worship Lord Shiva. Imagine how great he is. Vasishta, Kumbhodbhava, Gautama. Gautama was the husband of Ahalya. Gautama, you know. Ahalya was the one who was cursed by her husband. So her husband's name was Gautama. Gautama Rishi. Munindra, all the great kings among munis. All of them worship Lord Shiva. And in that end there he is called as Shekhara. Shekhara means pinnacle, tip, summit. Shekhara, you know, anything has, means crest. So he is the crest jewel among gods. I'll tell you, you will see any of the incarnations which we know, right? They will say, if you worship me, you will get such and such. If you worship me, you will receive such and such boon, this, that. Lord Shiva actually, he doesn't, no way, he says, if you worship me, you will get such and such. What he does, if anybody comes to worship, he runs away. He is the one who doesn't like any, therefore he goes and hides in that smashan. He hides in the cremation ground because he knows nobody will come there. They are scared, you know. Nobody will come there. Really, the crest jewel among humanity, the pearls among humanity are the ones who really do not seek any praise, do not seek any reverence, do not seek any respect. There are many people in this world looking for respect. Lord Shiva looks for no such thing. He never says, oh, if you come and worship me, you will get this. If people seek him out, many beings, they say all these munis now, they seek him out and they worship him. Because he is the very epitome of vairagya, total vairagya. He doesn't wear any clothes, he doesn't have a house, he doesn't have any fixed place of abode, any property, land, nothing. He is the epitome of Vairagya. And if anything is there, it is given to him by somebody. He himself is a total Vairagi. Nandishwara is Vahan. He did not call Nandishwara. Nandishwara came there. You see, that bull. So, he is called a Shekhara because he is really the epitome of what a true human being should mean. He sets the example for us. One who is totally detached from anything in the world, that is the one who becomes worshipable. The one who is detached from all things is the worshipable one. Not the one who is attached to all things. But in today's world, things have turned upside down, isn't it? The one who is worshipped is the one who is attached. And human beings have become so blinded by so many worldly things. And in today's world, the person who is most attached, the person who is most worldly, he is worshipped. You see, for instance, people worship politicians. Correct or not? Huh? People worship politicians. They will die for politicians. And the politicians are the ones who are the most worldly. And any sadhu, any Sant Mahatma who pass in, they feel no, there's nothing, no reference to nothing. We know. So, he is called a Shekhara in the tradition because he is the most detached being in the universe. Shekhara, with absolute, look here. The Shekhara is tip of a mountain. Tip of a mountain is way above all things on the earth, isn't it? Way above. In the very same way, Lord Shiva is way above anything worldly. Not attached to anything. So he's called a Shekhara because of this reason. So, in this way, Vamdev Rishi glorifies Lord Shiva. Vasishta Kumbhor Bhavagautam Arya Munindra Devar Chita Shekharaya. And Shekharaya is because of what case? Huh? Shekhara. The idea then is that we should become, he is the example for us. If really you want any example in your life to be a sadhak, to be a person of reverence, we should follow Lord Shiva. The one who can do without anything. He lives in Kailash where there is snow and ice. No home. One day Parvati ji thought, why don't you build a little shed here? You know, so many devotees come to get your darshan. He has nothing there. He sits on a mountain of ice and there's no home, no cover over his head, nothing. So Parvati ji told, look here, how many devotees, all these ganas, they come here to get your darshan, to worship you, and all that poor fellows, they have to sit down outside in the snow. Why you have built a little shed self? So Lord Shiva said, no, I don't think we need shed. If they want darshan, they came, they got darshan, they can go. When you get darshan, and come and go, no problem, they can leave. Parvati said, no, I think we should build a shed here. So, you know, when the wife tell, nobody husband go say no. So the husband called the, you know, when you have to build anything, first you have to consult the astrologers. So he called the astrologers and he said, you check here. Parvati said, we have to build a shed. So the astrologers came and they checked. They said, no, you can't build no shed here. You can't build any shed here because any shed you build here, Shani, they will burn it down. Shani is not propitious to any shed being built here in Kailash. So we can't build any shed. Parvati said, what? Shani, you dare not burn it down? Aren't you greater than Shani? Lord Shiva said, that is true, but we have to respect everybody in this world, isn't it? You can't go and pounce on Shani and flex your muscles and so she said, okay, well, go and ask Shani then. Beg him. And if he says no, it means she went ahead and built the shed. And you go and tell Shani, don't burn it down. If he said no, he has to burn it down. You give me a sign from there itself. I will burn it down myself, so Shani will not have the pleasure of burning it down. And if he says yes, well, then we have the shed already. So Lord Shiva said, okay, my dear. So he went there now to ask Shani, my dear Shani, I came to ask you a favor. I usually don't ask any favors and all, but my wife sent me, where I go do? So he said, look, she gone and she built a shed there already. She don't build it, you know. I come to beg you not to burn down that shed. Because according to the astrologers, you will burn it down. Shani said, no problem, man. No problem. I won't burn down the shed. Since you came, you never asked me for anything and all. But I'll ask you for something in return. You know, everybody says how you do this Shiva Tandava dance so nice, you know. Shiva Tandava dance. I never see that Shiva Tandava dance. Please, you do that dance for me. In return for not burning down the shed. So Lord Shiva said, no problem. And he started that Shiva Tandava dance. And in that dance now he did like this. And that was the sign for Parvati. She burned down the shed. She burned down the shed herself now. Yeah. So even the one time when Lord Shiva tried to build anything in Kailash also, that time also, so there's nothing there. Huh? Shekhara, the totally detached one, who is the very, the one who has reached the pinnacle of all human endeavor, the one who can be detached from everything. And the detachment is supposed to be taken all the way to this body, to be detached from the body, because our body is the strongest attachment we have. So when we read this word Shekhara, we have to remember this thing. Detachment is supposed to be absolute. We need to detach from our body also. And this yatra which we are doing also is connected to this. Because many people have been telling me now, when they are walking down the road and their legs paining, feet paining, toes paining, heel paining, ankle paining, knee paining, everything paining, that time the only recourse is Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. That time we forget the body. So the tapas which we are doing, it helps us to forget this body. And by forgetting the body, we will become detached from this body. Dehatma Buddhi, this is called in Sanskrit. Dehatma Buddhi is the strongest feeling that I am this body. The attachment is so strong that it leads us to think I am that thing. Like when a man is so attached to his child, I'm so attached to my son, I am that son. If the son dies, I die. That type of thing. So it's called a Dehatma Buddhi. So, Lord Shiva, no, that's why, see, we are very much conscious of our body, so we wear clothes also. He's called Digambaraya. Digambara wears no clothes also because totally detached from body also. So only a person who has reached this height gets the name as Shekhara, the tip, pinnacle of human endeavor. So this is this last word, Shekhara. All right. Tasmai Vakaraya Namah Shivaya. That Va represents manifest existence. Existence can be manifest or unmanifest. Existence doesn't have to be manifest. Va represents manifest existence. Tasmai Vakaraya Namah Shivaya. Va. manifest existence as opposed to unmanifest existence? It means to say, for example, look here. If I'm going to build a table, there has to be a table in my head first, isn't it? If I don't have table in my head, how I build? So suppose I tell you, build Gifu. Build Gifu. What is Gifu? We don't know what is Gifu. How you will build Gifu? First, the thing has to be in your head. Then only you can build that thing. So if I say build table, that means first that table has to be in your head. So in the head, it is called an unmanifest table. And when I, from the mind, from the head, I transpose that thing onto wood, it becomes manifest. Previously it is unmanifest, then it becomes manifest. So this word represents manifest existence. It is existent in my head also and as unmanifest, and exists also outside as manifest. You see? So existence can be unmanifest or manifest. This is at an ordinary level. At the ordinary level we are talking. Existence means both ways. It exists in my head or it exists outside. All right, so that is word. There we go. One more verse. Finish tonight. Tomorrow now we'll see that last verse in current. That time when we are doing it, it will be current time. Now it is future time. All right. Okay, let me, before we close, two things. One is to say a very special thank you to Rajanji and the executive of the Divine Life Society here in Carlson Field for once more hosting us for this Maha Yatra. And the hospitality is wonderful. Every year when we come, we feel very much at home here. And like Rajanji said, Chinmaya Mission and Divine Life Society are sister organizations. The relationship goes way back, way beyond all of us here. The relationship goes way back to the 40s, 1940s. And none of us were around. Whoever was there was little children that time. So that relationship goes way back. And when we come here, we do actually feel at home. So it's just like home for us. I also want to say that we will be most certainly calling on the Divine Life Society next year again, because next year the destination will be Temple in the Sea. And this will be our third stop, just like this time. It will be 4 days. From here we'll walk to Temple in the Sea. All right. So thank you very much to the executive and to all the members here, Rajanji and all of those who work so hard to host us here tonight. And the last thing is, I'll call on Dr. Raj to address all the yatris before we have the closing prayer. Dr. Raj has worked assiduously with a wonderful team to put this whole thing together. Thanks to him, my work has lessened.
That's it.